Good morning, welcome to Table Talk. I am happy to have you with us this morning. I'm Sandy from Pine Needles in West Jordan, Utah. And with me is my friend Jennifer.
Hi.
Jennifer's with us today.
So
Shannon
excited.
is out of town with her daughters
And
grandbabies and enjoying her time, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure she is. They're
So,
so cute.
They are, those cute little ones. So Jennifer's kindly been wrangled into joining us this morning. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Jennifer is our social media specialist. She's the one that posts all our fun Instagram posts and all of that.
So fun.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
How was your weekend?
Oh, it was the best
What'd you
weekend
do?
ever.
What'd you do?
It's like I'm happy I'm on Table Talk because this whole weekend I had a craft retreat with my friends and my sister, and so we just stitched and sewed the whole night. I went to bed at like 4 a.m. every night because I'm like, you know, like I was just in my happy place.
Oh,
and
good. Where did you go?
We go up to this house up in Heber. We used to go to a cabin, and a lady would cook for us, and a masseuse would come up, and it was divine. But then, like, they had to sell the cabin, and her kids were getting older, and she moved on. So, but the women who still would go, we decided we'd, find an Airbnb.
Right.
So we found this really nice house up in Midway by the crater.
Okay.
And we just go to that house every time, and we all like sign up to make a meal, and we just sit and stitch and sew or work on whatever craft we're working on.
How long were you there?
So I was in heaven. We went Thursday to Sunday.
Oh, heaven.
I know.
Heaven.
No kids. No husband.
No husband.
Although we do miss them, but it's so fun.
Really.
I know. Well, how was your weekend?
It was good. We had stitch or sew day yesterday with the employees.
Oh, yes.
So we were here sewing all day. Kathy came, she cross stitched. We had, three of us were sewing and the rest were doing handwork. So doing cross stitch, or I think everybody was cross stitching.
Diane was embroidery.
Diane was doing embroidery for her, the little kit out of Lucky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was fun.
What were you working on?
I was working on this quilt, so it's not quite done.
Segue. So this is it.
This is what I worked on yesterday, and now I just have to do the borders. So I'll show this. This is a panel quilt, which, as far as for a panel project, it's pretty big. But so yesterday, when I started yesterday, I had my star blocks half done, and then I was able to get my tree blocks and get the sides put on, the first border. So now it has another stop border of that red, and then it has a darling outer border.
Cute.
Borders are not my favorite part of quilting. Yeah, it's like you've done the fun part, and now it's the boring part.
Right.
But so I got a lot done on that, which is good because the last time I worked on it was our last sew day last month, and I need to get it done.
Yes.
We need that.
And there's a kit.
And yes, we do have the kits for it. It is called Winter All Around. And the fabric is designed, this is Stacy West, right? A Buttermilk Basin, who designed the fabric and the panel. And so the kit includes your panel, all the fabrics, the pattern, and it finishes 72 by 87.
Wow.
So it's a pretty good size quilt.
Would you say it's beginner with the panel?
Yeah, I think it's a beginner friendly. The blocks haven't been hard to do. So yeah, I would think that's beginner. So I need to get that done. Don't know when I'll work on that next. And then I did get a cross stitch finish on Friday.
Cute.
So this is, Pat
I love
stitched
it.
this, a while ago. It takes me a while to get things done. This is Thankful Tiny Town.
That's so cute. I love where it says thankful.
Yeah, in
on
the
the
little
flag.
flag. So there's two different fall tiny towns. There's one that's called, is it Autumn Tiny Town? I think it's just Autumn Tiny Town. And then there's Thankful Tiny Town. So
cute.
And so what I did, this is a board that I bought from Hobby Lobby.
Oh,
So
how cool is
it
that?
actually is not, it's in their just home deck section, of their little things. And it fits perfectly.
It does.
So I just put Velcro on this frame, and then I laced my back and I put Velcro on the back end. And so I can do that and switch it out.
I love that.
So
I love when you can like take something where it has all the seasons or
And
every
just-
month
yeah.
and just swap it out every month.
Yep. So I've got upstairs a couple more I have the Nativity Tiny Town and I have Frosty Tiny Town that I think I'm going to finish just like this, and I'll just switch them out.
That's
So
cool.
And this board, last time I checked, they still have them at Hobby Lobby.
Run to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. And they usually, if their home decor frame pieces aren't on sale today, they'll be on sale tomorrow, because you know how Hobby Lobby is.
Mm-hmm.
So they're usually, so that's a good finish.
Yes. And that was called
Thankful Tiny Town. Yeah.
It even has a cute little
You can do it as a little drum thing,
kinda looks
or
like
you
a
can
little drum.
And there is a companion piece to it if you want it longer. There is their little, what do they call them, Kathy?
A frill.
Frills. So there's, I think, Thankful Frill or so. Anyway, there's different, and that's just one additional house. So, but really fun. That was the stitcher on that. And we stitched that on 32 count Floba, which I've talked about Floba before. It's really a great fabric to stitch on. Fun. So that was my finishes and my almost finish for the weekend.
You've been busy too.
Yep.
Really busy.
And Saturday was our Holiday Madness sale. So I was in the store at 7 on Saturday because I had done the windows, which you showed on, and I had a migraine on Friday, and I was just like, I cannot put the greenery out on the lights and stuff. I just went home and I was just like, I'll set my alarm and come in the morning and do it. So I was here early doing that, and then we had our Holiday Madness, and now it's a new week. It's Monday.
It's a new week.
It's a new week. I don't think I have anything major scheduled this week, do I, Kat?
We haven't thought past
I don't think so.
Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the way I work. I don't I feel like it's putting out one fire after another. And that's just how I roll.
That's how I roll too.
And they're
I'm
well aware. Yeah.
And then I'm like, what's next?
Exactly. So show us what you worked on at retreat.
Yes. So,
It's so cute.
It's so cute. If you kind of, something different from Christmas.
Yep.
There's this cute table runner, and it's from the Summer Skies and Fireflies fabric line.
And the pattern is from Pieces of My Heart or Sandy Gervais, and it's called In a Fruit Jar Summer.
Yes, so it's
And
very
it's
cute.
so cute.
There's cherries in a jar. I don't know, peach
Is
or
that-
orange
yeah.
or something. I mean,
Strawberries.
you should put peaches in a jar, I guess.
Right.
But I just thought
So
it came together
cute.
really quickly, and I
It's
just really
cute.
liked it. So it's very cute. I'm
That's
excited
fun.
to get it.
So we do have those kits in stock. And we'll show it again when it's quilted and done. So we're getting a little bit of jump on a springy project, but that's the way you gotta roll.
For those who are, on
forward
top of
thinkers
things,
and yeah. Yeah.
need a new project.
And if you're sewing on Halloween still, you're just ahead for next year.
Exactly.
You're not behind.
You're very
You're just
ahead.
ahead. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. We got a couple new cross stitch in since last table talk. Not a lot in this morning. I think I've got more coming, but I couldn't find where we put the patterns. So, if you want to see what's new, go under our website, go to what's new, and then new cross stitch patterns.
Yes. I'll post them this week.
Yeah.
That'll be
I
fun.
thought I would share just a few things because it is getting cooler outside. Not cold yet here, but I did notice the caps of the mountains had snow on them this morning. I was like, I would like it to stay. I'd like them to stay in the mountains, but I do like snow on the mountains.
Yes.
Because that
It does
means
look so pretty.
that means snow in the Great Salt Lake and snow in our lakes, and so. But because it's a little bit colder, a lot of people do puzzles in the winter because you're in a little more, and so I thought I'd share some of the puzzles we have. So this one is a really cute one. This is from
that is cute.
he's just one of my favorite illustrators, And we have some of his children's books. My grandson doesn't have it yet, but I'm going to get it for him. G is for gross is one of the books. If you haven't seen G is for gross, look it up. Cute. It is so cute. It's like a little boy potty humor type thing. They'll love it. My nephew that I gave it to loved it. So that's Santa's Workshop, and this is a 500-piece puzzle. And then we have a series of puzzles. I think I showed this one when we talked about this collection, but this is Santa's Tree Farm puzzle, which matches the quilt we have behind us and the table runner. And then I got a couple of new just Santa Claus puzzles. So this is Vintage Santa.
I like that one.
So cute. Yeah, the Happy Jolly Santa.
So
and then this is Retro Santa. And this has multiple Santas on it and reindeer, just that cute kind of 50s
going to grandma's
Santa
house.
Claus. Yeah, absolutely. There's no bubble lights on it, but that's the era that it reminds me of. It's not that.
Very cute.
So
very cute.
Christmas designs.
We love doing puzzles.
Oh, I do too. This one is, we have a lot of different puzzles, but I just showed a couple of our bigger ones. They have like a quilt theme to it. And so this one is called Holiday Quilts. And then this is Stacked. It's just called Stacked. But if you go into gifts, that's where our puzzles are. And
so cute.
Yeah. I really like this one. And I think my mom's not usually doesn't like to do 1,000-piece, but I think there's enough difference on these things that she wouldn't mind doing this one, because sometimes
there's like a sky, and you're like,
yeah,
they're all the same color.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not as fun.
So that's fun. So that's something new in the store. Speaking of little ones, this project actually came out last year, but I finished it late in the season, so we still have some of these kits left. This is called Santa's Workshop, and it is a little felt. It has a pocket in the front.
Cute. We love pockets.
Yeah, and then inside it's got pockets. I'll take these off and show. So it has the little elves here and the little workshop motif here. And then it has 2 other pockets. Like it's got this pocket here.
Oh, that's a pocket.
Yeah, that's a pocket. And so's the little Christmas tree.
Oh,
so
cute.
Pockets inside. And it does have on the back, you can put to and from if you were making this for a grandchild.
My girls would love something like this.
Yeah, and the panel comes with everything you need. All your handles, it's all part of the panel. It doesn't come with the little embellishments. So I took, and I just added, because I had some of these in my stash, I just added some little bling to it here and there.
That's really
like my
cute.
reindeer, he's got little sparkles,
little bell,
yep,
little bell on the
little
elf
bells.
hat.
So
That
there's
is so
like
cute.
all kinds of little winter animals. I add a little bit of embroidery on some of them.
There's some cute
And there
ones
are
in
so many of these little characters in them. You can go as all out or as simple as you want.
Oh, this cute bird.
Yeah. So I just took the panel, and on the back of the panel I ironed like fusible,
fusible.
a fusible web
And
to the back.
Ironed it right.
And then ironed it onto my wool felt. Now, if you used the Heat and Bond fusible web that's heavy duty, you wouldn't even have to necessarily sew around them.
They would just
Because it's heavy duty and they'd just stick together. But I did. I just
really
sewed,
cute, though, sewn
just
around the edge.
just sewed around the
That's
edge.
really cute.
So super simple, but just a fun little quiet book activity.
Some
There's my
cute
little
embroidery
tree.
on there.
Yeah. So we have some of these panels left, a few of them. So if you're interested, they're just kind of fun. And they were fun for me to do, like, look at a little narwhal.
Oh, that is so cute.
Which
buddy.
I didn't even, like growing up, I didn't even know there was a narwhal. Did you know about narwhals when you were growing up?
Only once I watched Elf.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, buddy.
I didn't know about.
I had no idea about this animal, this unicorn of the sea. So that's all in there. And this is by Jennifer Long.
I like her name.
Yeah, she has a focus on early childhood education.
Oh.
So her collections usually have a juvenile type of project in them.
She knows what kids love.
Yeah, and she has, her most recent one is Noah's Ark. And we did not get the Noah's Ark fabric collection, but we did order in the panels of
cute.
the Noah's Ark panels.
So those will be coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We've had lots of fabric coming in, much to the employees' dismay as far as where do we put it. So we've been
In
putting,
my house.
Yep, we've been putting new fabrics on sale. So check our sale fabrics page because we will be adding more again today because we got to make room, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we do not like fabric to have a birthday in our store. It better not have a birthday.
No birthdays.
So if it's coming up on its birthday, it's got to go on sale.
I love that.
So we had someone call in the other day and say, I don't know how you do your ordering, but I was in a couple of years ago and bought this fabric and I was just going to try and get some more. And we're like, oh, honey.
2 years ago, it's gone.
Yeah,
Long
it's gone.
I
That's
think
how
that's
we roll.
why
Yeah.
anytime I see something I love,
Yep.
I gotta get it right then because I know it's not
Because,
gonna be here when I come
we
back.
just don't, unless it's like a basic, like we carry a line of basics like Riley Blake's confetti cottons, there's stripes, there's certain prints that are basics that we just order in again and again, but collections,
Yes.
no. Because the manufacturers sell out, so you can only,
Order it.
and sometimes the fabric will arrive and it'll arrive and we'll like, oh, I should have got more of that piece, and we'll immediately go onto their website and try and order additional.
Already out.
And it can already be sold out. So you can't, so anyway, so that's how it rolls with fabric.
Yes.
But we did get, this is my favorite collection that we just got,
So
which is
cute.
Winnie the Pooh. We've had a Winnie the Pooh not too long ago by Jill Howarth was the artist on that. This is Winnie the Pooh Echo Park, which is your classic Christopher
So
Robin Winnie the
cute.
Pooh artwork. So cute.
Oh.
So these are just 3 of the prints
This is
from
cute
it.
plaid.
Yeah, it's got this cute
That's very
plaid.
cute.
There's a Pooh Bear with his honey pots. And then this is that vignette print that's just so cute. This is the main print. And it comes in a cream background, a blue background, and then this
Oh,
buttery
fun.
yellow, which I love. It's
This would look so cute on a crib, like
oh,
crib
just
mattress.
so cute. Yeah.
Crib
So
bumper pads.
the fabric just arrived. We were talking at So Day, what are we gonna make? We gotta come up with the project we decide we wanna do, but, so that's in, and it's just called Winnie the
Winnie the
Pooh.
Pooh.
Yeah,
by Echo
and
Park.
it's, actually, before I left home this morning, I put on a video for Leo, and I put on the first, the classic Winnie the Pooh. So I don't know if he paid much attention to it, but he was playing basketball on his pad. He'd seen his grandpa watching basketball, and which Kathy, you didn't text me. So the Jazz played yesterday. I don't know if you follow the Jazz, but I didn't even know they were playing. Mom and I were watching TV, just doing whatever, and I was watching something that was recorded. And it finishes, and so I go, I go to guide and see, the Jazz are playing. I'm like, Mom, we didn't even realize that. We click on the Jazz
Did they win?
in double overtime, and we were there to see the post interview.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
like,
That would have been such a good game to see double overtime.
Double overtime,
That's
and
when
they
you're
won.
like, oh.
So I got my free pretzels from Swig this morning. I've been trying to not drink my Swigs as much.
Wow, you're doing
But-
better than me.
What are you gonna do if you're getting free pretzels?
Exactly. Which
know?
kind of dipping sauce do you get?
I don't get dipping sauce.
Oh, good for
I just
you.
eat
Good
them.
for you. I like the cheese dipping sauce.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Kathy, are you a dipping sauce
No.
person? No, I didn't think so. So, yeah. But I was like, how is it that we watch the Jazz games and we watch them and they lose, or we watch them and Mom and I were both like, oh.
Well, my husband thinks he's bad luck because whenever he watches a game, they lose. So
Yeah.
he's like, okay, I'm not going to watch it because whenever I don't watch it, they win.
And we record them because Randy thinks he's 90 and goes to bed so early that he watches them the next day. And this morning it was so hard for me to keep my mouth shut.
because you knew
And not
what was
tell
gonna
him.
happen. Let him enjoy
I wanted to
it.
say, you gotta go watch the Jazz game. But then he'd be like, okay, did they win? Did they win? And I'd have to spill it. So I just kept my mouth shut and went to work. So a couple other collections that came in. because Christmas is here, so now it's time for our fabrics to arrive for the next holiday, which is Valentine's. And there are some really great. We have 3 Valentine collections coming, right, Kat? So 2 of them have arrived. The first one we're going to talk about is My Mind's Eye.
I love My Mind's Eye.
I love My Mind's Eye, and this is
Buy
just
their paper all the time.
yeah. And their fabric collections are so great. This one is called Letters to Cupid, and it's got a couple Valentine prints in it, like an XOXOXO, but it's just beautiful pinks and reds, just a
Very
just
pretty.
classic red.
See.
And pink's my favorite color, so pink and red
Shirt
is
today's
oh
pink.
yeah, got my pink.
Perfect to wear your pink shirt for
And
this.
I was gonna put this on this morning because it was gonna be cold, and I thought, did I wear this last week at Table Talk? So I had to go to YouTube, YouTube, and I had to look down the last few to make sure I hadn't just recently worn this. Because,
Well, that's smart. We don't want to, wear
Yeah.
it 2 times.
Yeah. So anyway, Letters to Cupid, great collections. We have pre-cuts, and Shelly will be receiving, by tomorrow, I'm not sure these 2 collections are going to be received yet, because she's got to just, or she may have received them over the weekend. I don't know. She took the storyboards home, but if they're not on, they will be on within the next couple days. So
Are we going to have any, patterns? of
we
things
will
for
have,
these?
which one are we?
I think we're doing something out of the other one.
This
I
one.
love
Yeah.
that one. That one is so
So
beautiful.
this one is Sandy
Sandy
Gervais,
Gervais.
which she's had quite a few collections recently. That's what VJ was saying at So Day. Man, Sandy's really been putting out the collections. And this is called Love You Always. It is more of a deep burgundy red and mint and pink and just
It's
really
so pretty.
beautiful
So
florals.
pretty.
Sandy's florals are always beautiful. It does have a heart print in it, and it has an XOXO, but other than that, it does not scream Valentine's.
I love
It's
it.
just a beautiful florals, and
Very
yeah.
pretty.
so this is really a pretty collection. We do have a kit we'll be doing out of this, and I'm sure we have something planned out of this, but we have to go back and look at the storyboards or look at when we ordered and figure out what were we going to do out of that. But
Yeah.
sometimes we plan ahead, sometimes we don't.
Yep.
And that's where VJ comes in really handy. If y'all know our employee VJ,
She's
who retired but didn't really retire,
yes.
because, but she's got just a talent for picking out fabric, She was looking over at fabrics that hadn't been put out yet, that just had been unboxed, and she's like, what have you got planned for that, Sandy? And she's like on the phone looking for
I love it.
She's got a real talent for that. So
She's really sweet too.
lost my notes from last time. So last time our giveaway was the little wool collection. We showed our new wools last week, and we will be giving away that. So our random winner was Cheryl Caudle-H60.
Congratulations.
Yes. Yay, Cheryl. And she said, our question was, what tool do you wish you could try? And she says, I want to use the Stripology Rulers for cutting my strips of fabric. Looks amazing when watching tutorials.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, Stripology is a really popular ruler. And it comes, there's like Stripology.
Do we have any?
Yes. Let me go
Grab
back and
one?
grab one. We actually have 3 different sizes, I believe.
I've never used that tool before.
Okay.
She found him.
I'm back. Should have got these before. Okay, so these are the
cool.
Stripology rulers. So there is the Stripology Extra Large.
You got lines that
Yep.
go through.
So
you cut.
there are little cut lines here. It's got a little teardrop shape at the beginning and end of each line. So you can put your ruler in. It just keeps your strips
That's awesome.
straight, So this you would fold if you were doing a fat quarter, let's say, you would fold your fabric, because this is like for the width of the fabric folded in half, your 21 inches or whatever. And you use that to just cut your strips. So this is the extra large. There is Stripology squared. And so if you're cutting squares, you cut your one groove, then you rotate you cut your other way, and then you've cut your, so
That's nice.
that's the strip. And then there is the Stripology mini. And these all have a texture on the back that helps it not slip on your
Which
fabric.
is nice to
Yeah.
have.
Creative grids
That's
are
really
awesome. When you purchase the ruler, there is a little QR code that you can scan and go and watch videos on this. There's books on using the Stripology ruler. We have a couple of books, and you can find them if you're in the store over by the rulers. The Stripology books are right with it. Wendy, one of our former employees, she doesn't work anymore, but she wanted to try it. And I had one upstairs. I'm just like, you can just take mine home and try it and see what you like. I think I had this
The
one.
medium one.
I think I had the medium
That's a good
size.
size.
And she loved it, and she came and bought the big one. She's like, oh, I need it.
I can't live
Yeah.
without this.
So
Well, that's so fun.
they're really popular, and you
I'm
can
gonna go
look
check out
on
the
YouTube
videos.
under Stripology and see the tutorials on it. Checker Distributors, which is Creative Grids, who manufactures Creative Grids, they're made in the USA. Any of their rulers, they have tutorials on how to use that ruler.
That's so nice.
So, yeah.
Because I'm a visual person.
Yes,
I need to
I am
see
too.
how to use.
So if you go to YouTube and look up Creative Grids, you can find their tutorials, and we carry Creative Grids rulers. They're our favorite. So they're good. So
Awesome.
that was, and so some of the other things that people talked about that they'd like to try, and one said a thimble that works really well. Do you use a thimble?
I have a thimble that's it's what's that? Silicone.
Silicone?
I have
Yeah.
a silicone thimble that I use that I
The
like.
only thimble I can use is the little leather pads.
Oh,
Have you seen
yeah.
those? They're just a little tiny leather circle
That's
that
nice.
sticks to your finger.
And then
And
you just
because I
Look,
cannot,
it's kind of sweaty after a
I
while.
can't, I just,
I'm
it
like,
just
"Ooh,
doesn't feel right. I've tried to
I
use them,
should try that.
but I love the little leather thimble
yeah,
pads.
that's a great
So,
idea. Because I
um,
don't like how my finger will kind of get a little sweaty when it's
Yeah.
on.
So I love the little thimble.
That's
And
nice.
if you've ever bound quilts and you've been binding a couple of them or something, and you get a little hole in your finger, it's amazing how the way you stitch, you hit that same hole,
I've
and
got
it's just like,
to see
oh,
that hole right
yeah.
there in my finger.
And it
I
just,
wasn't
you
wearing
just
a
hit it.
thimble,
Oh,
and I'm like, ooh.
yeah.
It's this sensitive.
Yep. Someone said an automatic threader for cross stitch and wool.
Ooh.
Now, I haven't, the only automatic threaders that I've used have just been for thread. Like I couldn't use it for, I don't think they're big enough to use with cross stitch fibers and such, but if anybody has used an automatic threader for your like embroidery projects or something, where you're using 2-ply floss, let us know.
Yeah,
I'd
that'd
like
be
to
nice to know. I would like to know too.
Wood blocks. Have you ever used the
Clapper.
clapper, the wood
No,
clappers?
I've never used the clappers.
Yeah.
That
So-
makes me remember the clap on.
Clap on, clap off, yeah.
I used to have one of those.
Yeah.
It was great.
So they come in different
Okay.
sizes, different shapes. They're wood clappers, and you press and then you lay it on your seam and go on to your next one. But
Oh,
it
nice.
just makes your seam super flat.
Oh, that's
Super
nice.
flat.
That is really nice.
So those are nice. Someone said, notion that folds your binding while you're ironing, and it's a silicone mat. And we've had those in the past. I don't have any in right now. I've not really tried them.
Is that where, like, you kind of
So-
funnel the fabric through and
Yes.
it folds it for you as
Yeah.
you sew?
Yeah.
Is what
Well,
I'm thinking, right?
or as you iron.
Oh,
This
as you
folds it in
iron.
half, like you're
that's
when you're just
nice.
pressing your in half. Yeah.
Okay.
A sewing gauge. Have you used the magnetic seam guides? I have used on my featherweight the magnetic seam guide because my featherweight doesn't have a 1/4 inch foot.
Oh, so that's nice to have
Yeah.
on there.
I think I was just thinking the other day. I think I can buy a 1/4 inch foot made for my featherweight. I'm gonna have to check that out, because at home, when I'm sewing upstairs with my mom, I just use my featherweight. You know what they are.
Yes, my
The little-
mom has a
yeah.
beautiful featherweight.
Because it's just small and I can just take it.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm sewing my sister's doll blocks on my
Oh,
featherweight.
cute.
But they're foundation paper piece,
Mhm.
so it doesn't matter if I know the 1/4 inch foot.
Oh, right,
because-
because they're just
yeah,
paper
you're-
piecing.
yeah.
Okay.
Circle cutter that cuts decent circles.
Mm.
The only thing I've used to cut perfect circles is I have a die cut machine. Vacuum,
Oh, how
you know,
nice. Mm-hmm.
and it cuts out like a whole bunch of circles at once, but I haven't used that recently. But we
I didn't
used
think
that when
about
we were
that.
doing a wool project. It cut.
Yeah, I wonder if my Cricut machine, I'm sure my Cricut machine could
I'm sure it
cut
could.
fabric.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it has a setting for fabric.
Any notion that has to do with organization, I'm with you. I love
Yes,
organization.
yes.
things, yeah. So if you have an organization notion that you use, or I'd love to hear your tips on organizing
Yes.
your sewing or crafting supplies.
Area, supplies.
I think in
everything.
January we should do a table talk just on
Organization.
organizing our sewing
I
room.
would love that.
I think we should do that.
Mine's clean right now.
Mine's
the first
not.
time ever because
No.
I had my
'Cause
son using it as an office before he left, and so I was like, I've got to clean this up. I just need
Yeah.
motivation. I need someone to say,
Yeah.
I need to use your craft room, and then I'll
Then
clean.
yeah, it's like if your house is a mess, the best thing to do is to throw a party, because
Then
it
you'll
just gets you
clean it.
motivated to
Do it quickly.
get it cleaned up. Yeah,
Mhm.
you can't just say I
Yes.
don't feel like it today.
Exactly. So if you want to come to my house,
Light
know.
board for fussy cutting. Someone says, are they worth the money? Yes, they are worth the money, and you can go anywhere from really inexpensive
to
on Amazon. They have it really inexpensive light boards.
Mhm.
I bought one time at Five Below, so it was like $5.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not the best,
Mhm.
but
But
it did for what I needed it for. You know, you can go from there up to the most expensive, but I love a good light board. 60-degree template, little diamond ruler, piecing glue.
Piecing glue. I've seen people use piecing glue, but I never use piecing
Yeah,
glue.
I
just
don't
use
either.
my pins. So
And this one is a must for me. I love it. Wool ironing mat. Do you use a wool
I
iron?
use a wool ironing
Yeah,
mat because
I love it.
in my craft room. Well, my husband uses the iron for his shirts upstairs 2
Upstairs.
levels, and so
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it up and
Yeah.
down. So I just have a little wool ironing mat. And I
Yeah,
love it.
and I love it when
That
I'm
is
cross
one-
yarn when
that's
I'm
true.
stitching.
Mhm.
And I just like it's more padding than like your ironing board. It has a
Yes.
pad on it,
And you don't have to
but
stand
it's
up.
still
you can just
you're just
have
like,
a little table and sew and then iron. Like
And we
it's great.
carry the wool ironing mats from little squares up to bigger.
Mhm.
But I just love them. So if you haven't used a wool ironing mat for pressing in
Yes.
quilting,
You need Christmas
that's a
presents.
Christmas list
If
item.
there's any husbands watching,
Yeah.
you need to get Valentine fabric for your wife.
Yeah.
A wool
wool
iron
pressing-
mat.
Yeah. I think next week, I'm not sure if it's gonna, because I need to get some things in, but if it's not next week, it'll be the week after. We will be doing a table talk on gift items
Oh, I love that.
for quilters or
That's
stitchers or
perfect.
sewers. So, yeah.
Just fill my stocking up with quilting
Yeah.
and stuff. That would be
So today's giveaway is we're going to be giving away a little 3-pack of quilting books.
Ooh.
So there's 3 different quilting books here. And our question will be, what should we do? Well, because we need to get prepared a little. Start giving us your ideas for organization.
Yes.
Because in January,
That
we
would
will
be good.
compile people's ideas and our employees' ideas. Let's
Table
do a
talk.
table talk on
I love
sewing
that
organization.
I
So
love that idea.
if you have a picture that you want to email to us of some, a way that you organize, that would be awesome. And you can go onto our website, contact us at pineneedlesonline.com is at the bottom, or just email it
That'll
that
go
way.
to Shannon, right?
And that'll go to Shannon, and Shannon will compile them for us because she's so good at that for us. And we will get prepared for that in January. So
That would be so fun.
fun time.
It's a good time to organize.
Yeah, that's
After
it.
the holidays,
After the
it's
holidays,
like-
when you're putting stuff away and you're with all the
Commotion.
motion and the, it's nice in
The
January to
holidays.
kind of pare it down and get organized and get ready. So
Yes.
it looks like it's time to open the store. We have
Yes.
people coming to the door. So we will finish up table talk and we will see you next week.
Thank you for coming.